your Pervy Sage, and I'm here again for another installment of the Anbu anime review fan service. This is where I rate some fan service animes that you will enjoy, and I have one exactly for you, one that might put a smile across your pervy face. And you may enjoy it as well. So I'm going to get into the show's description and find out if it's one that you may be excited to watch. The school is ruled by a secret council of sadistic female students. The boys are in for a world of hurt. Ooh, females hurt. Sounds like a delicious combination. The protagonist is Kiyoshi Fujino. Is a student at the Hashimitsu Academy, and he is the accidental leader of a group of pervy misfits. Pervy misfits? Could be guys that I could have trained. Who knows? The school started out as an all-girls school, but now it's co-ed, and the principal of the school is a perv as well. That's pretty funny. I'm not the principal of it. And I'm the Pervy Sage. Whatever. Kiyoshi and his group are trying to talk to girls, but their plans are thwarted by the antagonist, the Underground Student Council, that consists of 3 students: Midorikawa Hana, Shiraki Mikio, and Mari the Crow Master. Sounds like 3 evil women. I don't know. Scary when you get to that part. After Kiyoshi and his group is caught trying to peep in the girls' shower, they are forced to a prison located on the school grounds. Wow. A prison on the school grounds? To keep the boys in there? Because they peeped in the showers? That's a pretty convenient thing to have on the school grounds of a prison on the school grounds. I don't know. The comedy that ensues is amazing. Now, I will say this. There are some things that make me smile. There are some things that make me laugh. But then when you wrap those 2 things in it together, you get prison school. And I have to say, I absolutely loved prison school. I loved everything about it. But there were parts that kind of slowed down and everything. But I will say, for those who really like fan service and raunchy humor, this is the anime for you. Now I will say this, the art style is very realistic. The detailing is almost unreal when it comes to the sweat that's coming off of them, how certain close-ups are done, and it's just one of the fun animes that you can imagine. And I have to admit that at some point you just say, there's no way that can happen. But the art style is in fact very realistic, and it's actually absolutely fun to enjoy and watch. The opening music is really good, normally more funny, but you know, it's actually a really good mixture of music in the opening montage. The closing music is okay. You know, it's kind of funny because you would have thought that the closing music would actually be the opening music, and the opening music would actually be the closing music. So it actually gives you that sense. But other than that, it's decent. It's not something that you in fact, you're not really going there for the opening and the closing anyway. You're going there for the fan service. So with that, I will say this. This is one anime that I have to admit I absolutely enjoyed. I thought it was a very entertaining anime, and might I add that there's this one that stole my heart. Shiraki Miko. Oh. I tell you, She is, to me, the delightful one of the entirety of the group. But the action and the humor that ensues is one that brings so much enjoyment and funny and excitement to it that you get to enjoy it all. Like I said, if you're a fan of raunchy humor, this is the anime for you. They have every single joke you can actually think of, and at the same time there are some jokes that may go over your head, but if it doesn't, you don't have to worry about it. Like I said, it is a very entertaining anime, you know, especially when you think about them being in a prison and the fact that they're the only guys on the school, and because they're the only guys on the school, they were basically kicked out of the school and into the prison because they're peeping toms. So that is actually the more humorous thing about it. But there's also other things that ensue, all types of, you know, they have every joke you can even imagine. Jokes from fart jokes to poop jokes to all types of raunchy little dirty jokes, and it's just a very, very humorous anime. And but I will say this, the humor is abundant in the beginning of the anime. Like, it's like from episode 1 you're hit with fan service and humor, and it's on top of you over and over and over and over again, and you are just delighted the whole time you're watching it. But as the anime goes along, it starts to slow down, and then the humor isn't as good anymore. But then it goes from you having those belly laughs to all of a sudden having those type of laughs. But they do incorporate the humor enough to make you excited about it. Now, I will say this. I think there may be a second season, if at all. I haven't seen a second season, but in reality, the way they ended it, there probably shouldn't be a second season. Like I said, it's a very funny anime. It's one of the best ones that I've seen, and I have to admit, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I really love the fact that the humor and everything is hard-hitting, along with the fan service at the beginning of the anime. As the anime goes along, it starts to kind of get serious here and there, and then it goes from the humor hitting you all the time to all of a sudden the humor hitting you here, and then there's a little nugget here, and then there's a little nugget here. But at the same time, like I said again, it's a very, very funny anime. It's one that's really enjoyable. And again, like I said, for those who like fan service, it's there. It's all the way there. And you're gonna love it. But other than that, like I said, again, it's a comedy anime that is wrapped up into it. For new anime watchers, you might want to enjoy it with somebody who also enjoys raunchy humor. Anyone that enjoys raunchy humor will absolutely enjoy this anime, especially for those people who aren't anime watchers. They will love this because, again, like I said, if they understand and like and enjoy raunchy humor, they're gonna love Prison School. For me, I absolutely love it. You can catch this on the Funimation app. You can catch the first season on the Funimation app and on the Crunchyroll app. And to start it out, I will say this, because of the fan service and the hard-hitting jokes, but also because some of the jokes taper off towards the end, I'm going to give Prison School 4 stars. Like I said again, it's very raunchy. The humor is very raunchy. The fan service is there. It's definitely not for children. And again, like I said, this is just one of the more delightful and more enjoyable animes you can watch. So for that, like I said again, Prison School, and it gets 4 stars from me. Other than that, this has been your Pervy Sage, and this has been the Anbu Anime Review Fan Service.